The emotions that we feel because of other people's actions are our responsibility. And that's a hard truth to understand and practice. 100% is the hardest thing that I've had to practice yet. Because we tend to give our energy to people that lack the reciprocation of such energy. And when we do this, we start feeling drained. We start feeling tired. We feel weird. It sucks to have to give your energy to individuals that lack the consideration of reciprocity. And I understand that there are individuals in our planet that are unable to reciprocate the same energy, and that's okay. But for one to ask or request a specific energy to be given to them, and for that person to lack reciprocation of the said energy that they asked for, is selfish. And that's why those partnerships or those relationships are draining. Because if we're giving out too much energy and that energy isn't returned to us, we ourselves have to replenish the energy. And it's funny that I was unable to understand chemistry in college because this applies to atoms. When you study chemistry and they start teaching you about the shapes of atoms and how each atom is comprised of protons and electrons, and for one atom to change form, one electron has to either give or take. And that's how our universe works. That's how we work as individuals. When you have a relationship with someone, regardless of the status or the label of such relationship, when you have a conversation with individuals, you are sharing. You are either giving or you're taking electrons from this individual. That's the energy that we share between us. It is up to you to accept the lack of reciprocity from people. It's completely up to you. When they say we have a choice whether to acknowledge and accept behaviors that are unwelcomed, it is completely our choice. We have a choice to react to individuals the way we want to react. And a lot of the population has been conditioned to behave violently. And thus, when we feel hurt, that's the first thing that we want to do when we have a need to react. We want to be violent, we want to scream, we want to argue. We want to beg people to stay. Your reality is the way it is because of the choices that you've continued to make. If you continue to make choices that continue to presently give you an experience of lack, whether that's lack of love, lack of money, lack of friendship, lack of self-esteem, by you accepting that lack behavior, you are creating that lack experience. So in order for us to create a new experience, we have to make different choices. Albert Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's because if you want a different result, you have to choose differently. By continuing to allow and be complacent to behaviors that you truly are unaligned or are unwelcoming, you create that experience and you continue to create that experience. It's a cycle. It's a karmic cycle. It's beautiful. If you learn to use it correctly, it's beautiful. And it does take time. They say a female leaving an abusive or domestic relationship takes an average of 2 years to heal for every year that they experience violence or abuse in. So that means that it takes time for you to create a new experience after you start choosing differently. It takes time. Just like it took time for you to build that experience in which you are miserable in, it takes time to create a new. And that's a hard thing to understand in our society, because we've, again, been conditioned to have instant gratification for everything. Everything. And the universe takes time until you learn how time works. I'm still getting there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Help me spread the word to create a better future for our society.